Hi, I'm George Westerman. I'm a principal research scientist with MIT's Initiative on the Digital Economy. My research really focuses on senior executive views of innovation, of technology, of transformation. There are an awful lot of really complex questions in the world. We need some answers to get there, and I really try to focus on ways that people can communicate better, decide better, to really get the most that they can from the technology that's out there. A few years back, my colleagues and I started looking at this phenomenon that when you look at social media and mobile and analytics and other good digital technologies, all of the stories were about startups. They were about technology companies. They weren't about the companies that we deal with every day, companies that are manufacturers or financial services firms. And that was a problem. So we set out to look and find out what was really happening in these firms, the big firms that power over 90% of the economy. We identified a set of companies that are 26% more profitable than peers in their same industry, and they all manage these digital efforts in the same way. We call these companies digital masters. And these digital masters are not just in technology. They are in paint manufacturing, they're in financial services, they make apparel. They are all over the world. The difference is not whether they're technology companies or what industry's in. The difference is how they manage the effort. The digital masters look at technology not as a technology challenge, but as an opportunity to transform the way their companies work. And that makes a difference in how you manage. So what is the DNA of these digital masters? They really look at two things. First of all, they are doing interesting things with these technologies, the social, the mobile, and analytics in their businesses. But they're also leading differently. So let's talk about those things. What do I mean by doing different things differently? Well, companies like Caesars Palace are completely transforming the nature of customer experience, because you now have a choice of getting personal service or getting very good customized, personalized service on your phone. There's another company, Codelco. Codelco is getting so good that they are imagining a situation now, and they're almost there, where they will never need to send a miner underground again into the dangerous environment. The machines have become autonomous and become synchronized well enough that people will have plenty of jobs above the ground, but nobody needs to work in the place where it might collapse on them again. And if you do that, it transforms the nature of the way the business is done. It also transforms the economics of the business and the whole industry. So we all know, for example, what Progressive is doing with insurance. They asked a really interesting question. Why is it that I have to wait for a year or two to figure out how George drives? Why don't we just figure out how George drives right now? And they invented a little box they stick on your car, and they know. And the fact that I'm willing to take this box means something about me as a driver, but then they can verify that really quickly, and they can price things differently than anybody else can. These digital things are fascinating, and these are companies in all industries that are doing them. But beyond the digital stuff, there's a lot more to be done, because many companies are doing these digital things. Few are doing it very well. The masters are doing one more thing differently. They are leading transformation. They're not seeing it as a technology adoption process. They're seeing it as a chance to change their organization. And so what they do is they are constantly pushing to say, how can we be different because technology is there? And they're constantly pushing the envelope to say what was impossible before and is possible now. And then they make it happen. So this leadership side for the digital transformation is huge. And what the leaders do that's better than others is, first of all, they start with a vision. They start with a vision of what mining can look like if miners don't need to be underground. They start with a vision of what it would mean to be personally connected with customers on a minute-by-minute basis, the way the customers want to be. You start with that vision, and then you slowly roll out more and more capability to get there. But the vision isn't enough. You got to get people excited about it. So they engage their people. They show people how they fit into that vision. And then, of course, once people are engaged, they steer it very tightly with governance. So it's this combination of an engaging, transformative vision, engaging your people to help make that vision a reality, and then steering them strongly through governance so you're investing in the right places. You put these three things together, then transformation really happens. And that's what sets these people apart from the other companies.